Hey, what's up, everyone? I just want to do a quick first impressions of something I picked up today. It was a little different, and I thought I might share it with a couple of you who might be interested. So, I tend to buy knives usually when I get them online. I get them at Blade HQ. Sometimes, if it's a less expensive knife, I'll get it on Amazon. But I wanted a Pro-Tech, so I went to the Pro-Tech authorized dealers, and Blade HQ didn't have much, so I purchased from a place I'd heard of but never bought from before, and that was gpknives.com. Um, they had a really good selection, and one of my problems with Pro-Tech is that a lot of their stuff is like black blade, black handle, or like stonewashed blade and black handle, and then occasionally they'll throw some blue in there. I like black, and I like blue, but there's more to life than just those two colors. So I was looking for a style of knife because I started kind of collecting Pro-Techs. So I'm kind of looking for a style of knife that looks a little different, and I found that. So went to GP Knives, and I actually think I got a pretty good deal on it. They had this knife. I'll show you the label right here. You can see it. It is the GP CQC-7.T1 Emerson Auto Exclusive Edition Smooth Green Micarta Acid Wash Chisel Tanto blade with a plain edge. So as you can see, this is basically an Emerson designed knife. It's the Emerson CQC-7, basically made by Pro-Tech. So it's pretty cool. It's the cool Emerson design made by Pro-Tech. Tough to beat, I think. So I already opened it because remember, it's not an unboxing. It's kind of like a first impression. So here we go. They had the black on black designs. They were like $190, I believe. But then I saw this one. This one has the smooth canvas micarta on the top, so it's got a little bit of texture, but not too much. On the back, it's just kind of your plain aluminum that you usually see on Pro-Tech knives. Nothing super fancy there. And then we have the acid washed blade, and like I said, this is an auto, so pretty cool. Let's open this up. And as you are probably aware, Pro-Techs have pretty good action. So let's fire that out. One of the reasons I love them. So on the front here, we have the Emerson logo right there, Emerson knives, and it is in 154 cm. On the reverse, we have the Pro-Tech USA logo right there on the back. And like I said, this micarta, it's pretty cool. It's a pretty thick scale there. I looked inside. I'm not sure if you can tell by there. I was wondering if it had like nested liners or anything, but it does not. That's just one big chunk of micarta, and it looks like one big chunk of aluminum. But strangely, this is actually a pretty cheap, a pretty light knife. I think it's like 3.2 ounces. I believe the blade is about 3 1/4. So let's take some measurements here and just see. So for the blade, we have, let's get that right at the tip. We have just about 3 1/4, as you can tell, where that goes to the top of the handle, and about 3 inches of cutting space. So from the tip right there, so it's almost exactly 3 inches cutting and 3 1/4 for the blade. And the handle is, let's say, handle's about 4 5/8 inches. So it's a pretty good size handle. No complaints there. And then overall length is that's about 7 3/4 inches. So pretty good size knife. As far as thickness goes, my calibers have gone bye-bye. They are not working, but just a shade below a 1/2 inch there. The blade stock, I believe, is like 0.12 inches, so it's pretty run-of-the-mill. The clip is pretty decent. It's got some good retention there. The other thing I like about the clip is that it has this little ledge over here. I've complained a little bit with the Civivis. I've gotten some really nice Civivi knives, but the clip kind of shoots off like like this, and you kind of have this metal thing poking you a little bit. Now it's not like it's sharp; it's going to cut you or anything. It's just kind of annoying. But this way, I really like this because you can get the pants, um, the edge of your pocket on there with no problem, and it just sits there. And if your hand brushes it or anything else, you're not going to damage something, or it's not going to be uncomfortable. Um, Clip is not recessed because of the way it's not one of those ones that kind of come over. It just kind of um, screwed in from the top. So that's fine. It's not going to catch on your pants or anything. It is not a deep carry clip, as you can tell. It's, let's see, maybe a little over a quarter of an inch from the top, I would say. I would say maybe a quarter to a third of an inch. So as you can tell, that is not a deep carry pocket clip, but it's not bad either, to be honest with you. You could put your lanyard there if you're into that sort of thing. One thing I like, 'cause you know how a big fan I am of jimping. This is plenty of jimping here on the micarta and on the aluminum here. And then right back here, we have a little more jimping, and we kind of have this like little mini thumb ramp. Like it's just like barely a thumb ramp. At first, I thought it was totally like kind of jimping, but like a kind of like a flat jimping. But it actually does go up at a very, very slight angle, which is pretty cool. So when when you're holding it, you got some good purchase on there. So that's pretty nice. I do like the acid wash finish too. I didn't realize I liked acid wash finish until I got my SBR. Bring this in a little more. And then I realized I really like this finish. I mean, sometimes when you see them online, you don't really appreciate it. It doesn't look that much different from sometimes a stone washed finish. But yeah, this is pretty cool. I like this a lot. Now, this has a chisel grind, which I think is pretty interesting. And I think this is my only knife with a chisel grind. For those of you who are not familiar with that, as you can see, I'm shining the light on the bevel. And you can tell, being a tanto blade, it has the bevel over here and over here. And it's pretty noticeable when it hits the light. Now, when you look at the back of the knife, you can't really see the bevel because it kind of, just a little bit from the other side basically, but it kind of comes just flat down, kind of like a chisel. So if you're used to using a chisel for wood, it's kind of that sort of thing where it's basically flat on this side and then the bevel kind of comes in on the other. Let's see how I can show you that at all. Actually, it's kind of easier to tell when it's folded in. Let me try and fold it in. You can kind of see it better that way. How it's kind of flat on one side. Pretty cool. It came, as you'd expect, pretty sharp. My wife just got some mail today, so I said, "Here, use this." She was going for one of my old knives that I had just kind of hanging around, and I said, "Here, use this." So she looks at me like, "Oh my God, I married a big kid." So she takes the knife and like oh my God, I barely put any pressure on it, just sliced through everything. It's really cool. Very, very cool blade. And the other thing I like here is it kind of comes out a little bit, so get your pinky on there a little bit, and it kind of has a little kind of home for your hand, so it's good for your thumb, and it fits pretty well. I was a little surprised that there wasn't much chamfering over here. It's kind of just a corner over here. And even over here, it's not as corner-like here, but it's pretty corner-like. Not much in the way of chamfering at all. On the aluminum, they did chamfer it a bit, so it's not as pointy as this part here is. It is rounded a bit, but that was just kind of strange that it wasn't like that. I'm not sure why they didn't. I don't know. I don't work with micarta. I am not a micarta connoisseur by any chance, so maybe there's some reason that they can't do that. I'm not sure. Don't know. I wouldn't think there is, but that is like extreme nitpicking, to be honest with you, because it doesn't create any hot spots on the knife. It's still very comfortable to use and to cut with, so that's pretty cool. It's a nice size, so I'm enjoying it. The only bad thing, I think, as I just noticed, it has some little scratches here. Now, it was packaged up pretty good in the box. Looks like I'm the only one who touched it, so I'm wondering if maybe I put it down someplace, I scratched up the clip, which isn't really a good thing considering I've only had it for a couple of hours, but I can live with it because, I mean, I bought it to use, so eventually it'll get like that anyway. Of course, I thought it would maybe take a little longer than a couple of hours, but um, that's okay, I can live with it. So if you haven't bought from GP Knives before, check out their site. They have it's a really good site. They have a lot of stuff to choose from, and like I said, I'm a Blade HQ fan. But when I went on the Blade HQ site, they only had two Pro-Tech knives. They had two different SBRs. So I already had that model. I was looking for something a little different, either the CQC or the Strider, or I don't know if they still make the Sprint. I kind of would like a Sprint or a Calamigo. I'm not sure if they're making a Calamigos anymore. Also the Whisper. I don't have a Whisper. Um, but when I went to GP Knives, they had a lot to choose from. And if you like this particular style of knife, but if you like, well, let me put it this way, if you like the CQC, but you think that this is the ugliest thing you've ever seen, and you're wondering why didn't you just get the black one, man? They have a bunch of them. They have the black one. I believe they have a black one that has the black blade. I think they have like a black one with a stonewash blade, and then I think they have another one. It's kind of like a special edition one. It was like 270. I forget what the thing is within. They might have had like a totally blacked out one, but they had like 4 or 5 different models. This particular one, if you like this one, is a GP Knives exclusive. So I don't know. I think it's the only one I've seen that has Micarta. That's another reason why I went for it, because as much as I love Pro-Tech knives, a lot of them kind of look the same. They don't really step out of the box too much, unless when they're doing their custom knives. And as you probably know, a lot of those knives are well over $1,000. I saw a really cool Malibu the other day. It was $4,000. I could buy a lot of knives for $4,000. But just wanted to bring this to your attention and give them a check out. And by the way, in case you're wondering, there is no like affiliate code or anything here, because I'm not an affiliate of GP Knives at all, and I don't know anyone at GP Knives, and I'm just passing on some advice to you. Also, free shipping. I forget how much you have to spend. I think it's like maybe $100 or something, and you get free shipping. And it was pretty good because the free shipping, I ordered it Monday morning, and it came. Today's Friday. It came just 4 days later from Illinois. So I was pretty happy with that for free shipping. I'll take it. If you're not cheap like me, they also offer priority mail, so you can get it in like 2 days or something. So just wanted to share this with you, and for those of you who aren't familiar with this, I love this thing. I'm going to be flipping this for a while, and then my wife will threaten divorce probably, but I can get a few more flips until she gets to that point, I think, right? Probably. So I want you to have a good night, and if you are not subscribed, please subscribe. If you like the video, please like the video, so this way I know what kind of stuff you guys like and what kind of stuff you don't like. I have noticed that my Pro-Tech videos do really crappy. Certain videos like I'll put up and I'm like, this is going to do pretty well, and it gets a lot of views. But when I put the like Pro-Tech videos, I can't be the only person who likes Pro-Tech. They do like a really good business. Maybe people think my videos suck when I do Pro-Tech. I don't know. Well. Have a good one.